All right, well, here we are, back in the Outback. Fantastic stuff, I'll tell you what. As soon as I pulled up, the first thing, priority is get the billy going. And beautiful weather. Middle of winter, you wouldn't believe it out here. It's absolutely beautiful for this type of thing. Anyway, going to get some painting done this trip, and obviously, and whatever else, pretty excited about it. I haven't done much Outback stuff this winter, so, well, I have, but more on the river and whatever else. So I'm really ready to get into some of this pure arid country Outback stuff. Right, let's get this cuppa going, eh? Alrighty, I can live there on the shovel. Okay. Just let that brew a bit. Alrighty. Well, we've got very good angles from this position. We're slightly elevated on a little bit of a dune. It's very flat country. It means I'm going to get a great sunrise and sunset. So the morning painting, I can really see what's going to happen. It's just so clear. It's such a big expanse of a horizon. Great stuff. Get some dinner on and then get an early night, I reckon. Got a lot of painting to do tomorrow, so best have a rest after that long drive and then get stuck into it. It's just so silent out here, it's unbelievable. No one for miles. Glow on the horizon, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Whew. Well, got that little piece done. That was a bit of fun. Nice clear morning. Plenty of time, I guess you could say, to consistent lighting to work out what I wanted to do. So I'm pretty happy with what's going on in my first painting for the trip. Got the good essence of light, and I feel like I've got a nice technique. So up close it's all about abstraction, but from a distance it's all about, well, the real image of a sunrise. Okay, one in the bag. Okay, let's get this cuppa on the go and we'll get in some breakfast. Oh, just love it out here. Talk about peaceful. It's peaceful, but at the same time, it's where I get my best work. I mean, my most inspiration. Even the isolation really focuses my mind. When I'm out here by myself, I feel like I can really get into the painting zone without getting sidetracked by anything, I guess. And that means that when my mind's totally focused on the one task at hand, and then you've got such a beautiful surround, beautiful colour combinations in the outback and whatever, it's just a great recipe for creating works of art. So pretty happy about all that. Can't wait to get stuck into the next one. First things first, a bit of breakfast and another cuppa. Here come a mob of emus to keep me entertained. What's really weird about emus, they're very inquisitive. If they see me look up, they'll run away, but if you stop and start waving your hand like this, they'll stop and then start coming closer as if there's something interesting. They're just sticky noses. So I'm going like this to try and bring them in. There they go. Yeah, see, as soon as I do that, they're like, what? We're not going to run away, hang on. There's something cool happening over there, and here they come. Unbelievable. Interesting stuff, eh? Bit of onions, garlic, mushroom, carrot. Alright, well, just got that little one thrown together. The sun is just going down now, so this is a sunset one obviously. Sun's just was licking the hills, as in the painting. She's just leaving now, last rays of sunlight. And ready for another frosty night. Anyway, I managed to get everything I wanted. Got a clear sky, excuse me. Got the recession of the hills starting slightly darker tonal values on this side, working its way to paler blues going back. You can see the recession in the sky, the keyed downness over here to really send that off into the distance. Then the foreground, a few flecks of really intense colour to give the illusion of near to far. So these strong colours really put on thickly really help the distance recede, so you get that beautiful depth and flow. Nice spearing accent through the centre. Well, there's a little bit of light spearing now too. Let's have a look at that, eh? Just that last little bit looking along. So what do we got? Yeah, I've got those trees just lit up. Ting, 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 ting. I could actually put a tiny little bit more. What do we got? What do we got? Just some white. Pure colour here to really make it pop. Just in these trees here. Not too much. Hang on, get this knife on the edge. Just a few little details like so, just to really pull that distant tree line. There's a bit of a creek line running right below the distant hills, the main mountain range. So just putting the refinement there helps to draw your eye in. So what we've got here is broad, not too refined, because this is a lead in. I want to draw your eyes to this middle ground subject, which is the mountain range for me. That's my subject. And so picking out some real fine details right at the base of the mountain range is a really good way to pull your eyes into the subject, purposely leaving other stuff here more abstracted so your eyes flow to the realism. Anyway, that's pretty good, I think. Let's have a look. Alright, well, we're moving flat out at the moment. A bit more to go, let's get into it. Well, she's just finished now, the light, but I feel like I've caught it. Actually quite happy with this piece. I intended on painting the hills that way with the sun shining on them, but when it happened is we got a bit of overcastness. So I thought, right, the hills are not going to light up. The only thing I can do now is paint the sunrise, and I'm glad I did. It's a beautiful combination of colours. I'm really happy with that piece. Let's have a closer look. All right. Beautiful. That's onion, carrot and garlic. Now throwing in some sweet potato and some pumpkin. Getting a nice midday feed happening here between paintings. Getting my major meal cooked now. So later on, I don't have to think about it when I'm painting, because I'm usually painting at the moment morning and evening when the light's really striking and colourful. So I get this done now, and I might just sit that on there for a minute. Whoa, there we go, look at that. Turn the heat up instantly then. We'll just go like this to turn the heat down a bit. Alright, there we go. We'll let that cook for a bit. I'll go get a tin of tomatoes, I reckon, and put that in there. Nice tin of tomatoes. Before that lid gets too hot, she's still alright. That'll give me the liquid sauce that I want in there. I might actually just drop it down a bit, and that'll just heat her up a bit, closer to the coals. Stir that around. There we go. Alright, so like I'm saying, that'll keep me going nicely. Plenty of tucker in the midday. Then I'll get stuck into an evening painting. Alright. Like this. Almost forgot. Nice cup of tea here. Keeping warm by the fire there. Delicious. Little trick with that, I've got a few black beans or whatever thrown in, but to give it some nice flavour, just a little bit of con carne mix, chili con carne powder thrown in, and boom, fantastic. Beautiful stuff, got all the good gear in this one. Okay, I've had questions before about how do I attach my stretched linen or stretched canvases to my fold-up easel. Now, you've got the slats on the back that have been Tex screwed onto the back, and then I just got a couple of builder's clamps holding onto the slat. Simple as that. So you've got the builder's clamp on the slat, Tex screwed to the back of your stretched canvas or linen. Easy as that, and then you're ready to go. Alright, well here we are on the side of the hill. Afternoon light, got a fairly large canvas for the situation, and ready to go. Now I've got a bit of tape here across there to get it level. Now for anyone who thinks the earth's not flat, it's got a slight curve, when I pulled on the tape and got it straight and level, I actually just pulled it slightly and it put a slight bow in it. So there is actually a slight curve in this one. Alright, let's get into it. We'll get some cobalt blue, white, just a bit of magenta. I've got to grey that off because that's way too chromatically strong. Now I'm just going to establish, put a bit of green to knock that back and a bit of magenta in that blue, and that's going to grey it off a bit. You can see the palette there, good. Now I might weaken it later on, but I just want to get some sort of saturation on the straight up. Stick that Salt Lake in white, why not? It is white, so put it in. Might alter it later, I'll just see how it goes. It's like that. Now that tape's already done its job, so we'll take that off. Just trying to get a bit of strong colours here. The colours are going to get slightly stronger later on. I'm just putting a few of the oranges in now. Knife on edge. Bit more yellow ochre in that. Well, the sun's faded out, but I feel like I've got the picture now. It was a bit of a race, of course. And right at the very end, all of a sudden, all the magic hour colours started coming. So I just quickly mixed up a whole lot of paint and look at what I've got. So, pretty happy with the whole thing. Got very subtle colours through here, a lot of distance. Lake Frome itself is glowing, the dry salt lake. The road's chuffing off into the distance. All very good. Let's get that camera off and have a look, before it gets too dark. Thank you.